Hey guys, welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So today is my official, when you're seeing this, June 30 was the first time in 2017 that I posted a BookTube video. I did start this channel maybe a year before that. Really ever posted anything. It was more like a bucket list situation. Like I had first time riding a horse. I went to see my four divas. Then I had a list of four divas that I wanted to see. Patti LaBelle, Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin, and Tina Turner. And I shared my first time when I saw Diana Ross and Patti LaBelle. I did the concerts. I shared those. I did get to see Aretha Franklin as well before she passed away, but that was before I started the channel, so I didn't get to record any of that. Tina Turner still didn't happen. But that's what this channel was. And then I realized that when I started my blog back in January 1st, 2016, I reviewed a lot of books, and someone said to me, hey, why don't you do YouTube? I think you'd be great at it. And I was first scratching my head like, I don't know how I would feel about being in front of a camera. But then I took a dive in June 30, 2017. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. And we're going to see how it is. And it turned out to be something that I definitely enjoyed. And I'm still doing it. And before I continue, just want to say thank you guys for the support over the last 3 years and for growing with me, and all the newcomers. Welcome, welcome. So these questions tied into a lot of the anniversary, and I appreciate these questions. It's quite a lot of them. So I did do, most of the questions are from YouTube when I did the poll, the question here, and then I have a few from Instagram. So we'll start with the YouTube questions first. And the first one is, what is the reason you started BookTube 3 years ago, and do you still have the same taste in books like you did back then? If not, what changed? Same taste. I don't like to be boxed in. If you are new to my channel, just let you know, I read different genres. I don't stick to one. I have romance. I love classics. I love contemporary. I like my crime fiction, mystery, my Caribbean lit. The only genre that you won't see me is anything that is horror. So you won't see any Stephen King on here. I just don't. I just don't. That's the only genre I won't touch, because I like pretty much everything else. I will read YA. I will read graphic novels, because I do that. But you know, I don't like to be boxed in. So if you're looking for one particular genre, this is not the channel, because I like to read them all. So yeah. And then it says, yeah, so my tastes really haven't changed. I'm still feel the same way. So this one is, and apart from Caribbean books, what genre or type of books would you say are your favorite? And again, I don't really have a particular favorite, but I love my historical fiction and my romance. And historical fiction and romance can cover a lot of different genres. So you can have your literary, you can have some Caribbean, you know. So those two to me tie into a lot. The classics, they tied in. So you give me some historical fiction and you give me some romance, and I'm good. So yeah. All right. The other one is Leo. What part of the U.S. do you live, and what is your all-time favorite book? Now, I don't really tell people, but put it this way, I'm about an hour and a half drive from Brooklyn. That's much I'm going to give you. So, Brooklyn's where my family at, my entire family at, you know, in the U.S. And I'm the only one that's just not in Brooklyn, but I like where I'm at because I'm close enough to drive. You know, I'm in Brooklyn all the time, so it's an easy drive for me, hour and a half. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna tell you. What we have here, what book to film movie is your favorite? And let me pause this for. All right, to answer that question, Color Purple. The Color Purple. I don't think any other book that really got it completely right, and this to me is the best book to movie adaptation, period. The Color Purple. Alright, what else we have? Oh, she has a couple of questions. Which fiction character do you resonate with? Not a lot. I think when I think of Danielle Allen, she's a romance writer. I find that a lot of her character, female character, I have bits and pieces of them. Like, I feel like when I'm reading her book, I get it because each character has something that I can, relate to. But for like one character that I feel like that's me, no. What else? What genre do you struggle to read? I already told you. I don't do horror. I can't. Not happening. Okay, another question is, I would like to know, how do you choose the next book you are going to read? I'm a mood reader. I choose based on my mood. So I might be in the mood for a classic today. I might be in the mood for some romance. Or I want some thriller. I want to solve a puzzle. So I am a mood reader, so I don't really plan as much. This year I have been sticking to my TBR, which is strange to me, but it's been happening. But then I think about it, my TBR has been a mixture of different type of books. So I think that's why it's been working, because I do put in romance. There's some classic in my TBR. There is some historical fiction. There's different genres, so I guess I can say I do have my moods all scattered into my TBR, so that's why it's been working. Shocking. Let's hope it continues. What else? Alright, so this one is from a subscriber that's been a subscriber for a while, and I want to just say thank you, Coco Chanel. Thank you. So the question, she has several questions. So have you ever had a reading funk, and how do you get out? Romance. I've had reading flunk, can't even speak. I have gotten into the reading slump quite a few times, and romance was always a genre to get me out. I don't know why. I think it's that feel-good moment when you're reading a book and it just makes your spirit feel so much better that you want to continue reading. So I always, like, if I feel like, oh my god, this is not good, I would grab a romance. It's just something about romance that always kicked me out of the slump. And also, romance is not, you don't have to really, well, not say all romance, but there's some romance that are so simple but beautifully done that you don't have to do all this analyzing of the character, and you don't have to over analyze the story. It's just simple to the point, but really give you put you in a good mood. So yeah. Alright, what's the next one she has? Where do you see yourself in the next few years on YouTube? I would like to continue growing. I would like to continue discovering new to me books. I love when I discover authors that are been around but I've never known, don't know who they are, or authors that no one really talks about. I am that person that gets excited when I find an author who is underrated, that doesn't get the hype, and their book is so good that it just completely captivates all of me. And so I want to continue doing that, but I also want to be able to have author interviews. I've not done one fully. I've done one in a Brooklyn Book Festival situation, where I was able to speak to an author on camera. That was the author from How to Love a Jamaican. But I haven't done a full-on one on the channel. I would like to be able to do a live show at some point. That hasn't happened at all ever on this channel. So those are like the goals that I want in the future, to actually be able to open my channel to a lot of unknown or not so popular authors that wants to that I would read their book and I would want to showcase them on the channel. That's a goal. So what else? What inspired you to begin reading? I did a story before where I talked about the fact that I was interested enough. I wasn't a big reader back in the days, back in teenage years. because I felt like books were selected for me. I didn't get that option to choose. It's like you need to read these books, that kind of situation. And when I got to, I think I was maybe 17, and I was able to like really take a walk down the bookstore, walk down the aisle, pick a book, and I was just so like, yes, that's the book. And I started out with Terry McMillan. Terry McMillan was one of my earlier books that I really loved. I did read other books, but they were for school, and I just read them because they're for school, so I don't think I appreciate them. I think certain books that I read may have been really good if I try to read them now, but back then it's just, I had this mental thing where you making me read this, you making me read this, that kind of attitude. So when I was able to pick my own books, I realized I started like love reading, and I'm like, okay, let me try this other author. And I read a lot of those urban classics, you know, the Coldest Winter, the Fly Girl. Those were like the books that I was reading a lot of when I just started really loving books. And then as I hop into the classics afterwards, where I was I discovered Jane Austen, and I was just like, yes, I have all her books, guys, every single one, including her short story collection. So those kind of got me in, and it just started getting broader and broader as the years go by, where I just started reading everything. But that's just how I got into it. So what's the other one? What authors would you like to meet, past, present, and why? You know, I wish James Baldwin was around still, because that's my boo. I just want to meet my boo, but he's long gone. Present will be Donna Tartt, and I have a fascination with her. Sadly, she only come up with a book every 10 years, and she's due in two more years. I guess we'll see a book from her. And something about her and how she's able to just snatch me up in her books, where I have this obsessions with her stories. I will read her book, and like the next 2 weeks I'm still thinking about her book every day. That's just how much she grabs me. She's that author, either you like her or you don't. It's she's very strange, but in a way that I find likable, so yeah. Who else that I would say that Chimamanda and Ngozi, yeah, I'm gonna screw her name up. Adichie, yes, that's it. I've read all her books as well. I enjoy her, and I like her speeches that I see on YouTube. I would love to meet her in person. But all the other, Kai Miller, how could I forget my Kai Miller? I gotta meet him. That's the only favorite, I think, Jamaican author I haven't met yet. The other ones I've met at events, book events, so I had that pleasure of meeting quite. I would say I'm fortunate that a lot of my books that I read, I've met the authors, one way or another, with some kind of book event. So I miss out today this year because of what. What's the other one? Could you see yourself being a full-time book blogger? I think at some point I probably would, if I was getting nicely paid. So, because why wouldn't I want to do something that's I consider more of a hobby and a joy? I enjoy doing this. Doesn't feel like work. It is time consuming, but it doesn't feel like work. It's in something that I enjoy, I get pleasure out of. So if I could get paid doing this full time, hell yeah, I would do it. Whose channel must you watch on the regular? So basically, whose channel I watch on the regular? I watch, I don't, for some reason, I watch the regular ones because some people, the ones that I watch typically only post once a week. So I don't, so I wouldn't consider that I watch a lot of that. But honestly, I watch stuff that's not BookTube. Like, I like those Korean, Chinese bloggers that they will plant something, harvest it, and show you how many ways they can cook it, bake it, use it for the household stuff. Those kind of channels fascinating, and they don't speak. The whole video is quiet. It's no speech. You just hearing like nature and them cooking, so you hear like the fire going. Those are just so weird to me, but I know people probably think it's weird, but I think it's weird. But I enjoy those because they're so quiet. But like people who upload videos, I watch mostly like on the weekends. I will sit and just binge watch YouTube, BookTube. But I don't have like, I would say like I watch this person all the time or that person all the time. It's because most of the people that I enjoy watching, like I said, they post once a week or once every other week, that kind of deal. What's the other? Oh, I know you were from Jamaica, but what's your journey coming to the States? I came here at 13. I was fresh into high school, so I came here, started ninth grade. I was away from my family for a while. My mom for a while, a couple of years living with grandparents, the cousins, that kind of deal, and coming here. But I did used to come here all the time as for summer, so I was used to somewhat American life. So it wasn't shocker when I started living here because I spent a lot of summers. You know, we're talking the entire summer, 2 months kind of deal. The journey wasn't so bad. It was strange in school because I would say, as somebody who is Jamaican, you are under the British school system. Even though you're independent, the structure was based off of British. So the spelling was a struggle because when I came here, they made me feel like I was an idiot because I had to relearn to spell a lot of words. You know, words where it's no longer S, and Z. You know, and forget about the U. That kind of situation. If if you're from the Caribbean or British Island, anywhere else but the U.S., So for me, that was a strange adjustment when I just came here. I love when I got to college that the professors didn't do that. Like I was able to go back to using, British English, that kind of deal. But that was a strange. The slangs were strange. Where I just didn't understand what the heck they're talking about. There was a few things. There was a few things that but overall it didn't take me long. I had wonderful friends. I had friends that I'm still friends with now, that I met in high school. That kind of guided me. That kind of was like my teacher. They used to tell me stuff when I used to ask what the heck that mean. What are they talking about? And tell me so I didn't feel weird. So transition from Jamaica to U.S. wasn't so bad. And again too, I was a kid. I was 13, so it was much more easier to adjust than I think if I was an adult. And then where would you like to live if not the East Coast? Oh my goodness, anywhere that doesn't snow. I'm dead serious. I hate snow. Every winter I'm miserable because I hate it. I hate driving in it. I hate having to be outside. I am not a snow girl. I am Jamaican. I like my heat. Let me be warm. So I am struggling with the winter still, and I've been here for most of my life. So no, I hate winter. All right, next question is which book have had the most impact on you as a reader? This is Bloodchild by Octavia Butler. Now guys, this is a short story collection, but each story she talks about the motivation behind it, where her thought process was, and then she gives some gems in this. I read this maybe 3 years ago. I think I read this the same year I started BookTube. I think so. But this book completely made me decide to just finally dive in and write. If I could put one book that just motivated me to go write, this would be the book. So this is like a treasure. This is a book like I hold on to. This is my Octavia Butler fave, and that's because of how it made me feel and how it motivated me. So yeah, there's particular Afterthought. I think she called it Afterthought. It's been a while since I picked this up. But there is this, yeah, afterword, that's the word. And she talks about if you're struggling with writing or if you feel a certain way, just keep writing. It's like, I feel like she was talking to me. Like she was putting on a speech, she was talking to me. That's how I felt. So yeah, let me keep going because these are a lot of questions. Alright, so do you have a favorite place where you like to read? My favorite place is always a coffee shop. I love coffee shops. And I'm freaking mad that this Rona is like messing with me and I cannot go to a freaking coffee shop. But I love coffee shop. That is hands down where I get most of my reading. I can go to a coffee shop and devour a book in a day. That's how much coffee shop just put me in a vibes. And I haven't been able to get that vibe like I want to because of, you know, the situation. But right now I would say my deck. Even though right now I can't really enjoy it because my neighbor's still building and making noise, and I haven't been able to sit out in my deck for a week now. So that's why you see most of these videos been indoor now, because I'm dealing with that. So what else? Oh, what is your favorite thing to have for breakfast? Egg. Anything with egg. Egg sandwich. Could be egg, not quite done, on top of like some tomato, lettuce, and on top of a nice toasted bread. So that's my favorite breakfast. What sparks your love for reading? Again, being able to pick, that was a spark. Select my own book. That's what started it. That's what, and then discovering other people's story and all, and it's an escape. I always tell people it really feels like an escape. It could be escape from you're in a zone, and for that time you're reading, you're not thinking about your own issues or anybody's issues or any struggle. You are focusing only on that story during that time. So it's a calming situation for me when I read book. And also the entertainment, you get that laugh sometimes, you know, and you smile sometimes when you're reading certain books, and that could just really brighten up your mood. So I love that part of storytelling. And then there's the lessons, because sometimes you need those. You need to be able to learn something from this story. And I love historical fiction for that. You learn things about the past that you don't get from, you know, when you were in school, and you can go and do your extra research about the historical fiction that you read. I love that. And also learning to be a better person, because you are getting insight of someone else's situation, and you never really thought about it as much. When you think about it, you say, oh, that's why this person who may have been in your life, maybe that's how they felt. So that's that part of it too. I enjoy. There's so much things you can get from reading from me, and those are some of the favorites. Alright, so what's the other one? What is your favorite hobby outside of reading? Well, you guys know I cook. I'm a plant mom. I have my vegetable growing outside, so I'm like super into that. I used to hike. I haven't done that in probably over a year. I used to hike. That was like a thing, and that's what used to keep me in shape. And you know, I stopped, and look at me now. I love makeup. I love jewelry, so I like to go to like events that has that. I love festival. Love festival. Festival is it. If you can get me to any weird, quirky, different kind of festival, I am there. Love festivals. And these are things that unfortunately I can't get to do this year, but hopefully, you know, next year things will be different. But yeah. Alright, so here's some other question. What do you read to get out of a reading slump? Which I talked about that already. Romance. Do you DNF a book that is slow, and do you labor or do you push through for the accomplishment of it? Reading is a joy. If I can't stand the book, if the book is just not doing it for me, I am putting it down. Do I think of it as DNF. Yeah, because there's a high possibility I would never pick it back up if it made me feel, if I just didn't care for it. There are some books from indie author that I will push through just so I can give them a review, because I know they need support, but I'm going to give them a critical review. I'm going to tell you what I didn't like and all that, and with the intention of that can be a motivation for them to improve as they go. But other books, no. Reading is a joy. It's a joy. So I see that DNF. People, DNF the book if it's not for you. Don't just struggle with the book. DNF it. What book has resonated the most with you after reading it? Well, I feel like I've seen this before. Yeah, this question was asked by someone else. Wow. So, which I already talked about, and that is The Child. So, yeah. What advice would you give to someone contemplating starting a BookTube channel? Do it for the enjoyment of it. Don't get into this thinking you're going to make some money. I've seen a dime yet. Don't get into this thinking that you're going to get this huge subscribers in less than a year, like a lot of people think. There are some people who are fortunate that can get those numbers. I've been doing this for 3 years and I'm not even hit the 2,000 mark yet. So I did this for enjoyment. I do this all the time because I enjoy doing this. This is a love, this is a passion, and of course I would love to make money like anybody else, but that's not why I did it. So if you're gonna do YouTube, do it for the enjoyment. Do it because you really want to talk about books, you want to share your views on books, and stick to that. And don't get caught up too much in the numbers, because a lot of times the numbers can be can discourage people to continue. And there's quite a few people I know that started out with me that are no longer here because the numbers got to them and they decided to give up. So don't look at that. Everybody struggle with the number. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't, because I would love to be higher. I think the amount of years I put in, I should be higher, but it is what it is. And I can't let that be my motivation. My motivation is to tell you how I felt about that book and make you read it, and also share your views. I love other people's views on books, so I love the comic section, and whether you like the book. There's some people that would tell me I didn't like the book. I am okay with that, because I want to know. I kind of want to know why you didn't like the book, because you know it's a good way to discuss books and people's mixed views. So use that as your motivation, and stick to that, and just do it. Just do it. There's room at the table. Just do it. Let's say, who do you talk to the most about the books you've read? You guys, because that's it. You guys, the camera and your comments and viewing, that's who I talk to the most about books. No one else, because yeah, no one else is a book person like me. Do you have siblings? Yes, I am seven, yeah, 7. I have about 4 siblings that's much older than I am, and then I have 2 younger siblings. They're not that young. They're college age, and one is more than college age. But yeah, so that's it for that. What else I have on here? Oh, she asked if they're avid reader. No. No. I had one sibling that was a lot of reading, but not like more academic kind of situation. But no, just me. What is your favorite memory? That is so cute. What is your favorite memory? Growing up as a kid in Jamaica, I miss some of those days of running around. But I realized when I got older, I don't appreciate some of that. Like when I... Alright guys, so my battery is going. So let's hurry up and do this. Okay, how many hours do you read? Are you close friends and readers too? Would you consider going to the crib, consider doing Caribbean cooking videos? I wish. I wish. One, I don't really have a set hours. I read like a lot of times in the mornings. I read on my break at work. I read a lot mostly on my days off. My days off I would spend most of the days reading. None of my friends are close friends are readers. None. I would love to do more cooking on camera, but unfortunately my kitchen is dark. It doesn't really have a lot of room for me to even do that. It's pretty irritating at times because to me I feel like when you see me cooking, everything looks like it's nighttime and it's just so sunny outside. So I wish I had more natural light in my kitchen and room to really like show you more cooking, but no. Favorite TV show or movie? Favorite movie? Brace yourself. Dirty Dancing. I love it since I was a kid. I think I was like 8 the first time I saw it. Still my favorite. Color Purple is next. Love Jones. Love and Basketball. That's all I can think of right now. But those are ones that I could watch over and over and over and over. Learn the lines, that kind of deal. Would you ever consider doing a cooking video? That's another one. Again, if my kitchen had more light, I would. But yeah, I just my kitchen's not set up for no cooking video. The food you have in your video, oh, looks so delicious. Thanks. All right, so let me get to YouTube before my camera loses it again. All right, so what we have here on YouTube. Get to these questions. Okay. So one is, what books gave you the most unforgettable lessons, and what lessons were there? I talked about it already, and that is of course Love Child. So what are some underrated books that you would highly recommend? And some sing, some cry. I don't think this book gets enough shine. I don't hear a lot of people talking about this book, but this is an epic family story that is historical, in that you will definitely enjoy. This book was just amazing. 5-star for me. I still love it. Still showcase it every year, and I wish people would pick it up. The next book is, I know this is getting traction, but it needs to get some more. August Town. Read it. What's the other one? Where in Jamaica are you from? I originally, early years, St. Catherine. I used to live in Brighton, which was very close to Eltra Beach. And then once my parents did their goodbyes, I was in Kingston right before I moved to the U.S. So yeah, that's where I am from. What are some of your other hobbies besides reading, writing, and plants? I already talked about that. Where we at? What's the other one? Your all-time top 5 books. I don't have 5 that I can pick. It's going to be hard to pick 5, but there's 2 that would definitely be on my list. The Book of Night Women by Marlon James. That's a yes. And The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. Love this book. It's a chunker, but it took me on this emotional ride that I am obsessed with this author. Obsessed with her. She needs to stop doing a 10-year situation, because every 10 years that's when she want to drop a book. Stop it! Give us another book. Ooh, sorry. Alright. What's been your favorite video so far? Brooklyn Book Festival. Love it. Do it every year, except for this year. So I have 5 videos that I have posted, and people don't realize how good these are, because I get up close and personal with a lot of authors in these videos, and I wish people would watch them. But yes, Brooklyn Book Festival has always been, last year was my favorite because of how impactful it was to meet and to go through some of these workshops. The year before that was so much fun, where you had Terry McMillan and Bernice McFadden was there, and it was just so much fun going to their panel, and I had a great picture that I will always treasure that I got with them. But it's just so much detail you can learn about the book industry. You can learn about the writers' process, how they write, and their motivation for continue writing and telling stories. And sometimes they drop a little gem that you wouldn't expect, that you will, you're just like, really, that really happened kind of deal. So I am really, really big fan of them. And so watch my Brooklyn Book Festival, guys. Those are the vlogs that I've treasured, and it means so much to me to meet these authors whose work I love. So yeah. And I think it's the last one. What's the first thing you do in the morning? These babies behind me. I literally get up and I will come up the stairs and check on them, make sure they're still alive, and give them some water if it's their water day, and the other plants that I have throughout the house. So yeah, I am that plant person. I check on my plant in the mornings, and also the ones in the back outside. I will make sure that they're doing well, no animals didn't come touch them, and if they need water, get them water. So yeah, that's an interesting question. And that is it, guys. I am gonna end this video here. Hopefully it's not too long, but thanks guys for the support, and yay to 3 years, and looking forward to more and to grow and to do videos that you guys enjoy. And if you have anything that you would love for me to do, put it, because sometimes I get some interesting ideas from you guys on videos, and so if you are interested in anything and you have any ideas that I can do that you would love to see on this channel, put it in the comments section. You never know, because I'm always open to ideas and stuff that are creative and fun. Keyword, it has to be fun. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day, and bye.